YouTube, what's going on? Kevin the Tech Ninja, and today we're taking the newest Android phone on the block right now, the OnePlus 7T, and we're comparing it against the iPhone 11 Pro in a speed test. Whether it's the iPhone 11 Pro or the iPhone 11, it has the same processor and RAM, so the speed will be the same in these examples. The first test is going to be a simple reboot test. Which phone takes longer to turn on from a cold start is what we're looking for. It looks like the OnePlus turns on about 3 seconds faster than the iPhone 11. No surprise, as the iPhone does take a little bit longer to launch than most phones, but with the 11 you are seeing a speed up in the reboot process, but still it is slower than what we're seeing with OnePlus. The next test, we're going to compare the face unlock. The OnePlus has a significant advantage on these tests. Number one, you don't need to do anything extra to get into your phone. Once it detects your face, it actually unlocks your phone. Now there is an option to make you swipe to get in like you see with the iPhone, but that is not on by default, and we're going to test it with the default settings. The iPhone does require you to do a swipe up after it sees your face, so that does make it a little bit slower. But something to note is that OnePlus is not as secure as the iPhone's Face ID. I'm not sure what the OnePlus actually checks, but it definitely does not look at eyes, as I was blinking my eyes looking the opposite way, and I was even making some faces and it was still unlocking the phone consistently. Whereas the iPhone, you actually have to look at it because that's part of the system that it uses to unlock your phone. It reads your face and also reads your eyes. As expected, the OnePlus was much faster, just a little over 16 seconds. There's also a little bit of delay when you turn on the screen of the iPhone. You can't turn on and swipe up instantly. It does take a few moments for you to be able to swipe up, and that kind of messed up some of the swipes and some of the unlocks, because I'll unlock the screen, swipe, and then as I'm looking at the phone, hopefully it unlocks. But a couple of those swipes wasn't read because when you swipe too early, it doesn't have a chance to catch it. So that is something I did notice. Also, the OnePlus 7T does have the ability to use a finger to unlock the phone, and just for the heck of it, I ran the test as well, and I got in at 14 seconds. So the fingerprint scanner is extremely fast on the phone, and it's pretty accurate too. The next test I ran was off a reboot. All the apps were closed in the background, and both phones were connected to Wi-Fi. I launched a series of applications back to back, and this is testing how fast it can launch new apps that are not in memory. I ran this test 3 times, and the OnePlus 7T was consistently between 6 to 8 seconds faster. This is launching the same apps back to back, which is really impressive for OnePlus. iPhones may not be super fast to launch new apps, but once you're in the apps, performance is really good. So one more test I'm gonna do is actually launch a ton of different applications and have them in the background, and then use multitasking to switch between applications. So instead of using time as the sole metric, I want you to look at the smoothness and how fast these apps load. And once these apps load, I take an action in the app. I'm gonna scroll up and down really fast to make sure it's just not a screenshot of the actual app. The iPhone takes smoothness over just raw speed. It'll be a different test, I think, if you could turn off animations on both devices and see how much faster it is. Overall, it is no surprise that the OnePlus 7T is just a quicker phone. These examples really don't mean much, but you guys like to see speed test comparisons. Day-to-day usage, you won't really notice this, but when you're doing them side by side and you start measuring time, that's when you'll see it. Anyways, guys, let me know what other tests you'd like to see, and maybe I'll do it in my next video. Kevin the Tech Ninja, have a great day. I'll let you guys later. Peace.